Well, if it isn't your boy GZTV closing out the night of NBA action, I have two more episodes, by the way, to finish of Stranger Things Season 5, and then I'll get a ranking video wrapped up for you guys. Throw that on the TikTok, and then we are moving on to 2025 movies. So that's kind of an update of where your boy's at. I know I'm at an angle right now. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. Yeah, let's get into the games. I'm going to try to be quick with this because I got to go to bed here, like, in a couple of minutes, but, let's first start with the Pacers and the Knicks. This honestly could be the highlight of the night. A fucking lottery team beating a championship contender in the Knicks. Knicks fans like to talk shit about Boston despite us not having Jason Tatum, and here you fucking go. Pacers snap a 4-game losing streak. They get a 3-point overtime win against the Knicks. Obviously, Pascal Siakam and Andrew Nembhard were on top of their game offensively. Great passing as well for Andrew Nembhard. Such a good dual threat guard. They hold them off. Crazy overtime victory. I'm sure Tyrese Halliburton was loving it. Obviously, you have to play Jalen Brunson, who had a game of his own. Hitting three-pointer, scoring on all three levels of the floor, and they have guys like Landry Shamet coming off the bench, making it tough. Cat getting fouled and being aggressive and all that stuff. He's hard to contain, but they mustered their way through. I know I'm not going to be super analytical with these videos, but I have to get to bed soon here. We're going to watch the highlights, talk box score stuff, and then move on game to game. We have 3 games. I'm going to spare the Lakers fans tonight. They got their ass kicked by the Spurs. We'll also do kind of a preview of the games tomorrow because there should be a lot more of an entertaining slate. And it's actually good that there were only 4 games tonight, but it is really annoying that the last game decided to end damn near at fucking midnight. I mean, NBA, you gotta stay with the 9 o'clock, please. I mean, they show mostly just OT. Yeah, that's a big shot. Siakam's a very clutch player, and I mean, there's a lot of clutch players on this team, which is why they made it so far last year. Shamet. That was insane. Crazy finish. I wish I watched some of the games tonight. Again, I'm binging Stranger Things. I'm almost done with the season. All that. Cat. Bang. I'm going to watch Roofman as my first 2025 movie. And then I think I'm going to get into Centers. Then I'm going to move. Watch Centers. And then I'm probably going to watch The Long Walk, I think it's called. Yeah, comedies, I have a lot in mind. I definitely want to start with Borat. Borat's a film I want to watch first and foremost. That'll be exciting. So yeah, that's my alarm basically for it being midnight. Got to get going here. Finish covering these games. Look at Nembhard, man. They had a lead in this one. I don't know how the hell they got so close there, but they just called the game. Okay. RC, Rick Carlisle, and the gang. Not sure where they're trying to win. I mean, I guess they did kind of lock down a lottery pick, seems, but great game for the Pacers. They were on top of things. 30 points for Pascal Siakam. Solid 3-point shooting tonight. Was a really good rebounder, a really good defender. You get 10 points from Micah Potter. You get 24 and 10. Yeah, Andrew Nembhard was great. He shot 50% from 3. You get 11 for Aaron Nesmith. He was a solid 3-point shooter, really good rebounder, really good at the rim defender. 19 for Quentin Jackson. He shot 67% from 3. He was a really good rebounder. Just a great game here. 10 points for Jay Huff off the bench. You get 13 for TJ McConnell, who shot 67%. You get 10 for Ben Shepherd, 80 and 67 splits with really good rebounding, hustling all over that glass. So that is great. Let's move on. You can see in the background there, I have my A$AP Rocky stuff. It's kind of funny because the white disc is going to blend in with the wall. But you see the black disc. That's actually autographed. It's like a cover. It's like a little insert in the inside. New York played really fucking good to be losing the game. 22 and 14 for Cat. Certainly turned the ball over a lot and certainly wasn't the greatest, efficient scorer, but he still put the ball in the hoop. Great game for Josh Hart, 15, 11, and 11, and I've hated on him this season, but man, 67% three-point shooting, and don't forget about that defense. He always has the defense. 22 points, really good game for Mikal Bridges as well, shot 60%, was a solid three-point shooter as well, really good rebounding. 17 for Landry Shamet, certainly struggled inside a little bit, but was a really good three-point shooter. 40 for Jalen Brunson. I mean, you can kind of expect his numbers to not be as efficient, but when he can rebound and he can pass like he did this game, I don't know. I will say Muhammad Diawara certainly could have got the ball a little more off the bench. I don't know. I guess they have Jordan Clarkson and Jose Alvarado. Jose Alvarado, great passer for this bench squad. Maybe they give those guys, disperse the minutes a little more between them instead of Diawara. Whatever. But pretty nitpicky. I still think they played really well. Let's get into Rockets and Clippers. Rockets get a victory here. Kevin Durant had 26 points. The Rockets beat the Clippers by 7. Obviously, Kevin Durant and Alperen Şengün, big-time offensive pieces for this team. They get the victory. KD, great scoring night. Obviously, Isaiah Jackson made it tough as a young guy, and a lot of guys from that Pacers squad. Benedict Mathurin's coming into LA. He's looking to make an impact. But, man, would you look at Amen Thompson, really using his athleticism, hustling on the glass and dunking it down. That's great stuff. Let's check out the highlights in this one. Clippers, just a team that's trying to get over the hump, and I think the Rockets are still steadily contending for a championship this year. They're not favorites necessarily, but they're definitely contending for something. Come on, dog. Season 5's a lot better second time around than when I watched it initially, so I'll have a slightly more positive. I think it's still like the third or fourth best season of the show, though, but it's really good. I really enjoy it. It's a little long, which is definitely a weakness. I think it's better than it. Damn near might be better than season 4. I think, just a preview, I think it's season 1, season 3, season 5 or season 4 are kind of tied, and then season 2 is the worst to me. There's just not a lot going on. It's a fun season, but there's not a lot going on. K Dizzle, whoa, falling over the cameraman there. Look at John Collins. Clippers, even with losing James Harden, they still have a lot to fight for this season, so we'll have to see what they do throughout. Good pass. They got that guy that, damn. As I say that, he throws a turnover. Thompson, yeah. Amen Thompson's great. Like a Reed Shepherd. I'm telling you, there's a guy that goes to the gym here that looks like Reed Shepherd. He's like a little bigger, but he looks like Reed Shepherd. Clippers lose the game. You get a 24-point performance for Kawhi. Certainly struggled shooting the ball efficiently, but he was a really good rebounder. 17 for John Collins. Struggled from the three-point land, but he was really good inside, and he was a really good rebounder. Not a whole lot going on here. Obviously, they lost some depth with James Harden in this whole trade. I don't know. Chris Dunn is kind of back to struggling being an offensive player. I like him on the inside, but he needs to develop a three-point shot to kind of fill the hole of James Harden. I like him as a passer, and he is fantastic defensively on the perimeter, no doubt. But 28 minutes, and this is all you're doing? I mean, I don't know. Like, you have a couple options off the bench. You have Jordan Miller, who, he's not the greatest interior guy, but he has that three-point game. Benedict Mathurin, not the most efficient offensive player, but he's a really good hustle rebounder, and he's damn near just as good of a defender as Chris Dunn. Maybe try to give those guys some more minutes. I don't really know. Just not a great game for Chris Dunn. There you look at the Rockets, you get 26 for KD, a lot of turnovers, but that's the man that's going to have the ball in his hands a lot for this team. Really good rebounding, really good defense for him this game. You get 13 and 10 for Jabari Smith, who shot 67% from 3. You get 22 for Şengün. He was awesome. He shot 50% from 3. Really good rebounding. Moved the ball well for the team. 16 for Amen Thompson. He shot 60-50 splits. He's a really good rebounder. Great game. Very kind of short-staffed, very concise rotation here, but 16 for Reed Shepherd. He's been getting great minutes this season, shooting 60-67 splits this game. Fantastic at hustling on the glass, hustling on the loose balls, ripping on the perimeter. He's also a very good defensive guy. So there's kind of that. Let's move on to Dallas and Phoenix. Dallas, I mean, they should steady tank. I do think the Suns can contend for a championship still. They've looked up and down, wishy-washy, but I think the Suns are putting themselves back into contention with a few of the wins they've been getting. They dominated. They won by 9. Dallas has now lost 8 games in a row. They used to be really fighting to kind of get back into it, but now I think it's time to kind of let it go. Their season isn't completely over, but obviously Dillon Brooks and Devin Booker are great offensive players to play against. Crazy. We'll watch the highlights in a second. Yeah, Cooper Flagg was great. Obviously, as a rookie, playing on both sides of the ball, he makes it hard for any team to win, but it doesn't really matter. They're literally becoming the Pelicans now of this league. Like, playing really good, keeping it close, and it just doesn't matter. Let me look here. Teammates. Just a general reminder. Wait, let me see. Wednesday. Okay. Yes, I have time. Cool. Sorry. Devin Booker was great. Yeah, Cooper Flagg dunked on Dillon Brooks. Hopefully they'll show his dunks this game because a lot of people are kind of talking about it, and I do want to watch it. He's over there. I guess I could grab it real quick. Can I reach it? There's my guy. Can y'all see it? Show it real quick on face cam. There's my guy right there. Type-ish. I gotta go to fucking bed. Dillon Brooks. Mink. A lot more games on tomorrow, so that's exciting. Jesus Christ. I'm not sure what they were trying to argue there, but good D. Gafford. Aura lost for Jalen Green. God. Talk some shit, Coop. Let's go. I don't give a fuck if you're on a tank squad. I mean, damn. It's new beginnings in Dallas. You can talk your shit. It's a really good step through. Okay, D-Book. Okay. Playing like a big man out there. Dillon Brooks. What a season he's had. People are trying to say he deserves to be an all-star. Let's cut that out, right? We don't want that shit floating around, but, great bucket. Is that Najee Marshall? They still have him, right? They kept him. They kept him. They have Marvin Bagley, who they just picked up. Marvin Bagley, very efficient, really good rebounder. Brandon Williams, not the most efficient player, but he's still better than Tyus Jones at the moment. Maybe try to give Caleb Martin a little more of a shot at it. I don't know. Like, he's proven to be a solid player in the league. Whatever. You look at the Suns, you get a 12-point game for Royce O'Neal, who shot 50%. Can't talk right now. Really good defense. Pure three-point shooting out of him. 23 for Dillon Brooks. You get 13 out of Mark Williams. He's a very efficient guy. He was grabbing boards. 19 for D-Book. He was passing the ball around while not shooting the ball the greatest, and he played really well on both sides. 10 points, 10 and 10 for Iguodala off the bench, and he's a fantastic rim protector. It's awesome. 12 points for Ryan Dunn, 80-67 splits. 12 points for Jalen Green as well, so that's great to see. Here you go. We can preview tomorrow's games, and then I'm getting the hell out of here. I got to go to bed. Celtics, I think we should put the whooping on Chicago. I know Chicago is trying to get over the hump, but I think we got that game. Kind of a mid-game between Charlotte and Atlanta, but I don't know. That could be kind of fun. Two teams trying to get over the hump. Cleveland should utterly dominate, get an easy win against a lottery squad like the Wizards. I got Orlando beating Milwaukee for sure. Legit toilet bowl between the Pacers and the Nets. Like, why would you even go to that game? I have in a close game New York taking down Philadelphia. They've had a really good run at things. And in a close game, I have Detroit taking down Toronto. Houston should be able to kill the Clippers again. I feel like they should get another win there. I think Minnesota's going to destroy Portland. I think Miami very much needed win here and a very much needed easy game on the schedule with the Pelicans. Literally every team is playing tomorrow. Close game between OKC and Phoenix, but I do have OKC taking that. I know Shea's hurt, but there you go. A lottery team versus pretty much the number one pick in the draft. Give me the team that's not the number one pick in the draft. We're picking Jazz over Kings. Nuggets should absolutely destroy Memphis. They are tanking. They're trying to rebuild. And I think, honestly, Golden State doesn't stand a chance against San Antonio. There's going to be a lot of games tomorrow. Let me count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think every team but like a couple are playing tomorrow. Crazy. But there you go. Let me think what I was going to say. Yeah, Fang is dropping an album Friday. I don't really have any other picks for New Music Friday. If you're following me on my personal Snapchat, you also saw that Baby Keem's dropping an album not this week but next week, and I do plan on, given that it is like an 11 or 12 track record, I'm probably going to make an edited video on it because I mean it is Baby Keem's kind of return. I know he did some stuff with Fred again a while ago, but ever since the Melodic Blue, he's kind of just fallen off a cliff, and that album was great. One of my favorites of that year that it came out. I think that was 2020. Like, I'll look real quick before we end the video. The Melodic Blue came out in 2022, so peace out.